Alright, we're going to not do fake Lego, so no more trucks. Today we're going to do actual Lego again. We're going to do other toys soon and other things. I'm sure this video is going to expand, but today, because I picked this up real cheap, it's a Disney princess thing. This is actually the very first Disney princess Lego that I've ever got. I feel like this channel has been dominated by certain types of Lego, but they don't have like Star Wars Lego on special so much, or Ninjago. But anyway, this is pretty cool. I've never actually seen Mulan. This is actually Mulan, right? It doesn't say on the box anywhere, does it? It doesn't seem to. It just says build and swap, which I found confusing at first because I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Is this like something that kids are supposed to swap in the playground? I don't think so. I think it just means that you can shift that from there to there. But we're going to find, because that's what the picture says there. There's a horse though, and the horse is kind of cute. A fowl, I think that's what they call it. Is it a foal? How do you say the word? Foal, fowl, foal, not fowl. I don't really know what baby horses are called. I feel like I've just so I'm gonna rip it open, this part open here. I remember a previous video where I carefully undid that, but not today, because let's just get this done. We are actually recording, aren't we? Yeah, we are recording. Okay, cool. Just paranoid for a second. Oh, there, the power thing fell off the wall. That when we weren't recording, and it's not flickering, is it? Because I've got the funny light on. Anyway, there's a bag, and it's got some stuff in it. And there's some interesting pieces in here, so I'm looking forward to this set. And there's another one, and a little booklet, which is neat. Oh, and there's even this piece here. There's a green piece. This is slightly bigger than I thought it was going to be. It doesn't look like there's a lot in this, does there? But then I guess there's that and that and that. I'm kind of keen on these little balls. Oh, they're not balls. They're actually... Oh, that's a bit cheap. Because if you look at them, they've got these little ball things. And this is kind of like cheating here, Lego. Poor form. And they look like, you know, they do have Lego balls, right? They get them in Mindstorms and sets like that. But they look bigger than this, right? This looks like small. This looks like a giant ball bearing size, whereas normal balls are like marble size for comparison. So let's just see what they are. And I just saw them, so I know what they are. And they're not quite what I was hoping for. And that they're not actually balls at all. So again, we obviously they've decided to quit with the whole putting bits of the Friends type characters, the lady figs, what are they called? Mini dolls, into. This is confusing. Look, there's a little Lego minifig head, which doesn't quite match in skin color and falls off. So that might have confused some children when they were building this, or not. So there we go. If you can hear the computer again, sorry. The fan's right next, like near the camera, so I'm paranoid about that. I had never actually heard the fan in the video. So there we go, there she is. I was just kind of funny that she looks completely different in every single picture. Like, that doesn't really look like her there, and that doesn't really look like her from the movie. So, go away, plastic bag. So yeah, there's 3 different versions of her. And I don't know if her wearing like a skirt is really, or a dress, I can't really tell, matches the character. I should watch the movie. I've actually got 2 copies of it on DVD because I bought another one for $1 to try and get me around to actually watching it, because I've lost the first one. I hid it away somewhere. So let's go. And I watched this. I did watch Force Awakens, so all that talk about when I was doing the thingy watch it, the advent calendar, I was just going to do it from looking at the picture. The temptation is hard. So I think I should try and stop saying ah and all the time. I don't really notice it when I actually watch the videos. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think we're a bit over obsessed. Oh, there's our new piece. With not saying that, because it adds character to the thing. But I'm going to try and not say that. There's a lot of random pieces on this desk today. If you could see the rest of the desk, we've done that bit. And we've built the horse. Horse build completed. That was a very satisfying build. So the horse can sit there, and can you see this? I want them to be in camera the whole time. Don't let them out of your sight. Right, so here we go. This can go there. and this can go there. I'm having a very sleepy day. Well, it's not as sleepy as it could have been, but it's been kind of slow because I'm not entirely sure what to do with myself today. It's one of those days when I'm between doing things that require lots of effort, and so when you're having that day between things, it's like, oh, I'm going to not do anything. But I'm doing stuff today. I am getting there slowly, and it's far too hot for doing stuff, so that maybe was a bad idea. What is this thing we're building? Have I built this right? Okay, so we're building we've built that thing. Oh, I know what this is. This is the thing, her training post thing. They probably have a good name for that. Right. That makes me think of this makes me think of Kung Fu Panda. It's like they don't have Kung Fu Panda Lego sets, or do they? I don't think they don't. That's all DreamWorks or something. Then they'd have to have, well, they'd have to have an Ice Age and a Minions. And why would Lego want to have a Minions set? Because that would just never sell. Nobody cares about that kind of stuff. So you don't hear it at the moment. It's like it's passed out of. All right, so we've got some gold ones. I think this is a gold piece. I can't quite see it all the way over there. It's a very widely spaced book here. I'm going to move everything around because I can do that. I have the power. Can you still see everybody? Are they still in frame? Okay, where are we up to? Back to here, and I'm whoops! I dropped one of the little tiny pieces, but thankfully that was one that we have a spare for. It's on the floor, and so I'll never find it. So this bit goes here, and we need a brown sticky thing, otherwise known as a staff or a stick. It could be a stick. And then we're done. I am a robot. You will battle me. Probably that's what they said back in ancient. It's said in China, isn't it? I think it's said in China. I just had to watch the film. Just seriously, it's supposed to be quite good. So I should. Okay, just read the instructions. I'm like, how does this fit together? It's like, they will tell you the answer if you turn the page. Alright. So, that's what these things with these sets, they just seem like, they seem so straightforward that it's hard to resist just jumping in and doing everything. But then if you do that, you have no idea what you're doing. Well, I don't. Well, I do sometimes, but not always, not today. Well, there you go. There's the answer to this. I actually watched a YouTube video today about some person who makes Lego things, but they seem to do fake Lego sets more often, but not like this, where they actually sit down and spend all day, going through bit by bit and missing all the pieces. But they were like building like Star Wars Lepin, like that Lepin brand, it's fake Lego, and they built the Star Wars X-Wing thing, and that piece there, which is this piece here, which you can't see now because I'm shoving it up too close to the camera, but I'm not taking it off. It's that one, that one there that looks it's kind of a weird shape. What does it remind me of? A little shoe? I don't know. In that case, it looks like a little alligator or crocodile with a very pink. Anyway, enough chit chat. Let's get on to the main bits. So we've got that bit. And so this is where we come to the disappointment. Are you ready for the disappointment? Because I am. So here is your grey sphere ball thing, which is indeed smaller than the standard size ball, but it's not a ball. It's actually one of those pieces. It's the gear stick knob thing that you use in Technic. I don't think that's the official name. So in the pictures on the front, they've never ever revealed the fact that in fact does not have a round bottom. If you pardon the expression. Right. So here we have to go here, and we have to do this right, because that bit there is a crinkly one, and I don't see a crinkly one. I do see a crinkly one here. Sometimes it's like weird when you do this. That they're different styles in each way. One's horizontal, one's vertical. That they always show it to you, and you always I always feel like, oh, I'm going to swap it around just because I want to be a rebel. But how often, like most of the time, it's the horizontal lines that they show. In this case, it kind of can't avoid it, but it feels like I just actually want to go through and see on how many sets the horizontal lines are the ones that they're showing to the world, and how many sets the vertical ones are. Just out of interest, because I like to know these things. I like to be up to date on horizontal and vertical line usage. What's the current trends in in that kind of space. Right, and here we go. Here, that one goes there. I like actually building trees this way, or plantery things. Plantery is the correct word. Because it's just kind of satisfying. But I do like I remember there's like an Ewok set I built once, and that had lots of, not the big giant Ewok village, but it was like a smaller one, and that was quite satisfying. That was a big tree, and it was kind of like this. I did my like 3 times in a row there. So let's just not do it. No more R's. So yesterday, some kids showed me, that makes me think of this. I work with kids, if you're wondering why I'm talking about some kids showing me things. Videos of Alan, did it again. Alan the, I don't know, chipmunk thing? I don't know what he is. Well, some guy's going, Alan, and it's like an animal doing Alan, and then there's like Steve, but it's not Steve, it's Alan. And then another video where that chipmunk is going, ah! And so that's why I brought this whole thing up. So here is an interesting little thing we're going to add on here. We've got a little jewel, and we're going to put it in upside down so that it goes on the bottom here. So it's meant to be like a flower, like a fruit thing. It's a jewel tree for the very tasty jewel fruit, or ruby fruit, or I don't know what pink amethyst fruit. Can go there. So we've got those 2 out of the way, I think. What if there's another step on the next page? There isn't. Good, I didn't jump ahead. So, you were too quick to dismiss the pink amethyst tree. Someone would say that in that kind of voice. Anyway, I looked at the other video where the guy was doing the fake Lego things, and that was the piece he was missing on the Lepin thing. That very piece I showed you beforehand. And I looked at the comments, and my goodness, some people are really terrible. Like, if people are going to start commenting like that on my video, it's like, oh, I don't think I'm going to have the time. It's just like, oh, this was terrible. I can't believe you did this. You're only looking at like a whole variety of different sets. And the critique is like, oh my goodness. What does that person do during the day, or evening, or early morning? Well, they probably watch the sunrise, because who wouldn't? But other than that, they're probably a bit cranky. So, what are we going to put here? I'm going to put that here. And the other big news, of course, today. Well, there's lots of big news things today, isn't there? So I should start talking about the news, because if kids watch this, then they'll be, like, educated about newsworthy things. So Brexit happened today. Well, the Brexit vote didn't happen. So poor UK is in a bad state. But it's their own silly fault. So I have no sympathy. Well, I do have sympathy because people's lives on the line here, and jobs and everything. So that wasn't so good. And bomb blasts in Kenya. That was another thing today. That was a bit sad. And I don't have to put the green thing on here. Oh no, because those 2 flower things have. This is going to be the tradition. This is going to be the ongoing flower thing. This is like the new flower piece. I'm going to be honest that I actually like the older flower pieces. But anyway, sometimes you do this. They have like one with a little green bit, and then they've got the ones that have just freshly sprouted, and so that doesn't make any sense if you think about it. If they'd just been freshly sprouted, they'd be the green ones. They wouldn't have a flower on them. So this is just a short flower. It's not a freshly sprouted flower. But anyway, I put the extra green spare piece on the bottom there. So now I'm going to have 3 tall ones and 1 short one. So this one's going to be the odd one out. But of course, because we have extra flowers, I'm going to put another short one over there so they don't feel silly. Because there's nothing wrong with being a bit shorter or being a bit tall. It's fine. Whatever size, height, and width, and everything, it's all good. So let's get that out of the way. And here we go. Go here. And then we go there. And then, actually, I think heightism is a serious thing. Like, people often, they're like, oh, I don't think there's anything wrong with people's heights, but they'd be very quick to talk about the virtues of being tall, which is basically implying that it's not so good to be short. So think about that if you do. And we go here. So the teapot, kettle, I don't know what this is. It's a teapot. It's a teapot. Of course it's a teapot. What if Americans call it something different? They call it a ceramic kettle thing. I don't know what they call it there. A teapot. Of course they call it a teapot. That's a piece I don't think I have probably with a genie, but not that colour. So that's new. for me. It's a teapot that's white. A white teapot. I was thinking about teapots just a few days ago. Everything comes around. I was thinking about Bertrand Russell's celestial teapot, which I think is a teapot that travels around the Earth. But you don't know that. But you can't prove that it doesn't. But I, of course, can, because I know that there is a teapot there. It is my favourite teapot in the whole world, the one that circles the Earth. Around and around. So, oh, I coughed. Yeah. Cough, cough, cough. If I can get a bit of phlegm in my throat, I can do a really good Alan Rickman impersonation. But only if there's a bit of phlegm in the back. So that's a true story. I don't know if it's a very good Alan Rickman impersonation, but it's a better Alan Rickman impersonation than I can do when there isn't phlegm in my throat. So there's not enough phlegm in my throat at the moment, and I'm not prepared to do an Alan Rickman. Oh, there's kind of almost this. I'm not going to do it. It's not the right kind. It's like, I watched this video. There's guys doing Legos, bizarre Disney princess Lego, and he's just talking about the phlegm in his throat. It's like, I can't believe what they have on television these days. Because this isn't on television, so no wonder. Right. So there we go. And look at that. I'm not going to talk about any more internet comments, because then I'll have to bring up the Gillette advert that came out today about being a better man. I think was the, what's that? Being the best man. I don't know what the Gillette thing is, but the comments are terrible. People are horrible. Right. But they're probably the crowd of. This is going way into the outside territory. I'm going to go put that there. The people who really want to be manly, they like the fact that Gillette just continually adds on more and more blades to their razors. And for the kids out there, it doesn't matter. Like, once you get to about 3 is pretty good. I'm pretty sure it doesn't make any difference how many extra blades there are. Like 5 blades, it's just like, what are you doing? Why? What's the point? But I guess it makes some people feel more secure in themselves. I don't know. I do use Gillette blades, and they only have 3. I get the 3 one. It's much cheap. They're much cheaper. Right. So we go there. And no, I'm not going to stop using Gillette blades just because of their advert. In fact, I'll probably buy them more frequently. So there we go. And we can go here, and we can go here. And we're almost done, actually. I'm rushing it a bit because we're gonna. But there's a few extra bits here that I've never actually had, so I'm looking forward to the very top part. So this is looking quite spiffy. We haven't got the thing that goes here, I don't think. Or do we do? We can swap them around. Oh, I think I know what's going to happen. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Let's just get this done. So I have to put. See, I've missed this bit here. It's just magically appeared because I wasn't paying attention. Step number 16, I completely ignored you, which is odd because today I think is the 16th. So maybe that's why. We'll have to do like a graph of, or a statistical analysis, or some kind of analysis of the steps that I miss and the correlation with the actual date. Maybe I tend to miss the pieces, the steps that happen to match the day of the month. That would seem very likely. That seems a very logical thing to be true. So I've done that. I put that piece there. That was a very short. That was too short, and so I got confused because it has one piece. Same with this. You could have. We've been through this before. They can't do that because this piece goes on top of that one, and I'm sure that's the rule. You can't have 2 pieces stuck on top of each other in one go. And then this piece here, I've never had this piece, so I've seen it before. You probably get these in Ninjago. It's very hard for me to say this. Ninjago. Why did I say it like that? This piece here, which goes, is very ornamental. So it looks a bit like a little crab. Little crab. Crab. And it looks a little bit like the little claw things, like this here. So these 2 pieces are in fact related, and they go way back. Like if you look back on their ancestral tree thing, genealogy, they do have a common ancestor. Whoa, that fell over. And then this goes here. And a printed piece. No, that's pretty good. Does that go in there? It does go in there. So, see, when there's actually 2 steps in one, I miss it. So, Everything I say doesn't make any sense. There's the kettle goes there, and let's do this. Cheese slices, yes, goes there. Black cheese slices. These have been in the oven for far too long. They've caught fire, and they've long since been extinguished by the very fact that all the fuel, the combustible fuel inside, has burnt out, and now they are but black cinders. So we must go. Cinders, is that the right word? Cinders sounds like the name of a dog or something. Cinders, come here. It's still dinner time, or a cat. Right. I feel like I'm mocking the name of Cinders for a cat or a dog. But I'm not. So if you're sitting there and your cat is actually named Cinders, and you feel a little bit put out by what I just said, I apologize. It's a great name. So I'm confused. Oh, wait. So she's got a cool fan, which is clear for some reason. What has she made it of? Glass? It's like people are like, of course she has. Haven't you seen the film? It's entirely like pivotal to the whole thing. Her magical glass fan. Whoa! It's got like writing on it that strangely looks like Tolkien runes rather than ancient Chinese, which I thought it would be. So, is that going to come up on the camera? It does have printing on it, and it's kind of cool. I like that. I don't quite get it, but that's fine. So, things that are confusing me. Where does this supposed to go? Oh, it goes in the side of her head. It's her brain flower. Alright, inserting brain flower. And the carrot bit I missed out. That goes on here and here. So this is actually a carrot, or some kind of thing with green sprouting on the top. It's pumpkin, and I think we've done everything. So these all look. I don't know what happened to this. Seriously, I have no idea where this is supposed to go. I can't see it anywhere in the picture. What have I done wrong? How could I miss out this piece here? You'd think it was pivotal. Oh, it goes right here. Okay, all right. So let's just finish this off. So that makes sense because it was a bit flimsy before. Oh no. Oh, it's like using fake Lego. People are like, what's it like to use fake Lego? Just get those really tall pieces that look like this and try and build something out of it. I don't know if they gasp like that, but that basically is what it's like to use fake Lego. Oh my goodness. Just get the top bit on, it'll be all over. Oh, I'm almost there. We can do this. What's the time on this? 6 minutes left. Oh, you know, I was supposed to do a really quick video today because I wanted... Well, I can do another video. I'm going to do 2 videos today, so I'm going to post whatever is the shortest. And so the mix and match thing is, what was it? Build and match or build and swap? Yeah. It's an angry day. No. Does that go at the top or not? I think it does. Alright, so then you can build them and then you can swap them over. You can accessorize by doing that. And so we'll finish it there. These all look like, except this piece here, no idea where that was supposed to go. Oh, I do know where it's supposed to go. It's the piece that makes this a little bit, but then we're missing it doesn't actually reach up. Oh, there's a green piece. No, there's something. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Oh, it goes on the top. Okay. It goes like that. Oh, I put it on the wrong way around. It's like putting my trousers on before I put on my trousers. And then we can go there. And then we've done it. Okay, so all the remaining pieces look like they are spares. Mission has been accomplished. I don't know why I've got 2 spare flowers. You obviously need or maybe the pony needs a flower. Yes, I need my flower. Ponies look like that. Eat the flower. Right. No, pony doesn't want flower. And last thing, let's project the fake balls. Fire! That was reasonably effective. And look, a fang turned up. So yes, that was pretty cool. I like that set. It was very cheap. I got it on special. In fact, it was so cheap I don't know how I did that wrong. Oh, I know, because I took them apart and rearranged them. So that's a bit wrong, but that's not how it looks. So that was quite fun. And she's going to sit there. And she's the first mini doll I've ever got. I think. Oh, I might have got like that Brave one. Maybe I have had a Disney character before. I got the funny feeling I have somehow. But anyway, I think that might be the first time I've got a dress skirty piece thing. So that's kind of cool. You still can't do anything with it, but that's okay. Alright, so cool. Have a good day, and catch you later. Like, share, and subscribe.